Nick Kurtz went deep. Mason Miller slammed the door. Ball game. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your host, Booney. One name, all passion. If you're looking for a podcast that sugarcoats things or treats the A's like a side note, buddy, you took a wrong turn. But if you want real talk, real insight, and a daily dose of green and gold fire, you're home. I'm a Bay Area native, and I've been bleeding A's green since '81. This isn't just another podcast. It's the most locked in, fired up, insightful A's show out there, period. We are breaking down every game, every move, every whisper from Sacramento to Las Vegas like it actually matters, because it does. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast, including YouTube. So smash that subscribe button like Nick Kurtz smashed that bomb in the ninth. Let's talk A's baseball like it's supposed to be talked about, loud, proud, and unfiltered. On today's Locked On A's postgame show, the green and gold came into KC with one mission: wreck the Royals weekend and leave town with a broom in hand. Mission accomplished. The A's, fresh off snapping a 14-game road skid earlier in the series, came into Sunday riding a wave of swagger and left with a statement 3-2 win. Lefty Jeffrey Springs went to war on the mound, working through early traffic and limiting the damage when things looked dicey. Despite giving up a 2-run third courtesy of Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinnie Pasquantino, the A's refused to blink. Not this team, not this time. The spark? Austin Wynns, the A's backup catcher turned game changer. With the A's down 2-0 in the sixth, Wynns unloaded a 2-run bomb to left center after Jacob Wilson singled, flipping the game on its head and silencing the Kauffman crowd. And speaking of Wilson, the kid's been absolutely scorching. His sixth-inning knock continued his tear and kept the offense humming just enough to stay dangerous. The bullpen kept it tight until Nick Kurtz announced himself to the American League. Top of the ninth, tied at 2, and boom! He obliterated a ball into the fountains for his 6th homer of the season. Talk about rising to the moment. Then came Mason Miller. The phenom closer walked in from the bullpen like a gladiator and shut it down, striking out Tyler Tolbert to end it and locking up the sweep. If you're not paying attention to the A's yet, you'd better start now. They are only 8.5 games out of the wild card. This wasn't just a road sweep in Kansas City. It's a resurrection. From forgotten to fearless, the A's are grinding, growing, and getting dangerous. We break it all down on Locked On A's. The clutch hitting, the electric bullpen, the youth movement catching fire, and why this team might just be the most entertaining underdog in baseball. Let the league sleep on the A's. They are wide awake. Let's get into it. Guys, what a series. This was a series the A's absolutely had to have. 3 good games, and the pitching reminded me of the pitching at the beginning of the season. Severino was unbelievable in game 1, going 7 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. How about Jacob Lopez in game 2? 3 hits, no runs, 6 innings, 9 Ks. And Jeffrey Springs, 6 innings, 7 hits. He scattered the hits around. He grinded. Only 2 Ks and only 2 runs. Severino, Lopez, Springs for the sweep. Correct, Hugo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable win. A thrilling game. And with the way Kurtz has been swinging the bat since he got off the IL, it was sure fitting that he got the home run. And how about Austin Wynns since he's been with the A's? Hasn't been doing overall that great. Only 2 for 12 in an A's uniform. But both hits, home runs, both hits, big home runs. One gave us the lead in game 1 of the series. And of course, the one today tied up the game. Just huge, huge hits. God, just gigantic. And how about Ferguson? Ferguson sure was great. It's nice to see him come back. It's nice for our bullpen to actually pitch a little bit. Ferguson, 1 2/3 the whole the series. No runs, no hits, 2 Ks. Perfect. Wynns has already been better than expected. Right. McFarland came in again. I that's the only thing I would criticize as far as Kotsay goes today. McFarland should never, ever, ever start an inning ever. Got away with it. Seems like he got, I don't know. I don't want to criticize Kotsay too much right now, considering we got the win. But I got a little worried. But it seems like we got out of that unscathed. So no problems there. Jacob Wilson, man. I mean, the kid's good, no? 1 for 4 today. He was 5 for 13 for the series. Lawrence Butler, good series, 4 for 13 with a double, 2 runs scored. Brett Rooker, 3 for 9. Soderstrom 0 for 6, but he walked 4 times. That was what was key about Soderstrom. He walked 4 times. Kurtz, 2 for 12. Excuse me. Max Muncy was 2 for 12. But Muncy, again, delivered huge hits. You could see he's getting a lot better. Nick Kurtz, 3 for 12. Austin Wynns, 2 for 8. Urias keeps on doing it, guys. 4 for 11 in this series. And Denzel swinging a better bat. Much better than I expected. 3 for 12. If he can go 3 for 12 in every single series, a hit in every game, I'll marry it. And he's hit the ball hard, too. He had that ball he hit in the, in the 9th? Just on a rocket. It was over 100. I know that. I believe it was, yes. He's hitting the ball a lot better. He's getting a lot better. The pitching's coming along. Obviously, the biggest thing right now for the A's, and to see if this team is for real and we have some serious momentum going on, is starting tomorrow. When was the last time the A's had a player batting this high point in the season? Really has been. Oh, man. That's a good question. Let me think. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. I don't remember. I can't think of anybody batting this high unless I'm missing somebody. No, Olsen was never that high, not even close. Simeon? No, Simeon. I mean, nowhere close. I mean, he's been amazing. He's just old school, right? Maybe Carney, maybe back in the day. That's quite a ways back. But Bill, was Josh Donaldson hitting that? Was he hitting that good? Was he in the high 360, 370s, Bill? I thought Donaldson was more, I want to say like 330, 340. I'm going to have to I might have to fact check you on that one, Bill. I may have to. But you could be right. That's a good call in Donaldson. 310. Okay, yeah. Jeez. So I was kind of right. But geez, guys, it was such a big win, man. And to see the way Springs fought the way he did was awesome. And I like how the young guys are coming together. There's a lot of things we still need to get better on. It was definitely a thriller. It was a hell of a game, man. It was a hell of a baseball game. And when I come back after this break, I got a cool little story for you guys. And I think you'll enjoy in about 2 minutes. All right. See you in a second. If you run a business, you already know missing a call is basically handing money to your competition. Think about it. Last time your sink exploded or your car broke down and the first number didn't answer, did you leave a voicemail and wait patiently? Absolutely not. You hit next faster than a TikTok skip. That's exactly what your customers are doing if you don't have a reliable phone system. That's why I jumped on Open Phone. Here's the deal. Open Phone is like having a full-on communication command center right in your pocket. One app, one number, no more carrying two phones like you're starring in Narcos. I keep personal and business calls totally separate without juggling devices like a magician on a deadline. And get this, my entire team shares a single business number like it's a group chat, but with actual accountability. No more, hey, did anyone respond to that guy who wanted to spend money with us? Plus, the AI assistant works overtime. After hours, it's still answering questions, capturing leads, and making sure we never ghost a paying customer. Open Phone turned my phone from a notification nightmare into a money-making machine. Open Phone is offering Locked On A's listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/LockedOnMLB. That's OPENPHONE.com/LockedOnMLB. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no missed customers. Like I promised, got a cool little story you guys will dig. Wynns is the perfect backup catcher. Who do you go to, Bill? Do you leave Wynns up when Langoliers is ready to go, or do you stick with McIver? Or do you bring up Pareda? Pareda's tearing it up in Vegas. What do you think? The vet, old school. I mean, I like Wynns. I like Wynns a lot. He was hitting around 400 with the Reds. So yeah, I mean, he's the first time in a while we've had somebody just really have an impact. Hey, Johnny Dove. I don't feel bad for Royals fans at all. Much needed sweep. Johnny Dove. I don't feel sorry for anybody right now. Not a soul. All right, guys. So today I played one of those wins. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Today I played one of those prize picks or what is it? FanDuel or whatever you want to call it. One of those deals, right? It was for entertainment purposes only, though. You pick the over, the under. So here was my 4 picks, and these 4 picks paid close to about 25-1 was the odds on it, right? If I had real money on it. Anyway, here's the first 3 picks. First pick was Brett Rooker had to earn a walk, right? Had to earn a walk. He did. He got that in his first at bat. So I hit that one. Next pick was Luis Urias had to have a single, okay? A double is a loss. A triple is a loss. A home run. It had to be a single. I believe Urias had that on his on his first at bat as well. My third pick was Noah Cameron, the starting pitcher for the Royals, would allow more than 3 hits. He allowed 4 hits. You know what my fourth pick was? Nick Kurtz had to have an RBI. So that was fun for my little funsies prize picks type of day. But that was nutty. Master Ball, big win today, 100%. Jeez, we had to have it, didn't we? We haven't had. I think that's our first sweep all year long. That's the first time we've swept it. No, excuse me. Second sweep. We swept the White Sox in Chicago. Second sweep all year long. So no question. Huge win. The bullpen was great. You got to give them some credit for once, huh? We've been bashing them so long. The bullpen this series did not, well, besides Mason Miller's blow up in game one, which we're not going to count, they were great, man. In game two, Michael Kelly and Hogan Harris pitched 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs. Ferguson in game one pitched a third of an inning, no hits. And today we went 2 2/3 of an innings. We went 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs. So home run derby at Rate Field. Yeah. No. Did we sweep the Rockies? Also, was it 2 wins? We won 2 of 3. We've always been getting those first 2 games early in the season. We lost Sunday. Master Ball, against the Rockies. Ferguson touching 98, good sign. Harris touching. You know what's also a good sign, Bamboo? Springs touched 92, 93 today. That's huge. At the beginning of the season, it was 90, 91 here and there. He's getting stronger. It's huge for a guy like Springs to continue to have his fastball with some velocity. He's a changeup guy. The faster his fastball is, the more velocity it has, the more lethal the changeup is going to be. Huge. It's huge. The whole thing, though, man. I mean, I usually most teams look forward to coming home. Trade Miller to the Dodgers for Bobby Miller and a pitching prospect. I wouldn't mind that. Bill. Bill, maybe you should be GM. That's a good call, Bill. I like that. But, I mean, you think the Dodgers really going to do that? I mean, they already got Kirby and Tanner. But, shoot, Miller sure helps that bullpen. I mean, can you imagine that? Dodgers having Mason Miller, Kirby Yates, and Tanner Scott, 7, 8, 9? Unbelievable. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that at all, Bill. If the Dodgers do that, I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. How about the Devers trade today was kind of big. That was huge. But everything right now for me, when I'm thinking about this season, and I am, I'm terrified to go back home. Is that just weird, guys? Just absolutely terrified to go back home. It almost feels like Sutter Health is a little bit of a curse right now on it, man. It just sucks, dude. Game 1's going to be Mitch Spence against Lance McCullers. Lance McCullers been struggling all year, but he sure looked lights out against us game 1. He sure looked lights out against us. I'll tell you what he's done lately. After he pitched against us, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 12 strikeouts against the A's. 12 strikeouts. He went and pitched 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs against the Phillies. And then on Tuesday, he got hit by the White Sox, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 6 Ks, 4 walks. Who knows? Of course, the whole division is on a winning streak. We're not worried about the division right now, Master. I mean, we're 13 back of the division, right? The division's going to be tough, but we're 8.5 back of the wild card. And I'm glad you brought that up, Master, because when I get back, we're doing exactly what I love doing. We're talking a little standings. If you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical and still driving around for parts, you're doing it the hard way. Skip the traffic, skip the hold music, and get what you need from the site built for the trades, Supply House. Their website, slicker than a freshly soldered pipe. It's stacked with over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands. Whether you are fixing a furnace in Fargo or wiring a warehouse in Wichita, they have got it. Ship fast, coast to coast. Need help? You get a real human on the phone. No robots. No press 1 for regret. And if you are a trade pro, their free Trade Master program is basically cheat mode. Think a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and sweet discounts. So here's the move. Head to supplyhouse.com/TM and use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com, because pros don't wait. They order smart. My A's bias. Are we done with openers? I know. A little interesting, wasn't it? Last two. Jacob Lopez usually has an opener, and Jeffrey Springs usually has one, and they both started the last two games. It seemed to work. I don't think Kotze knows. Your guess is as good as mine, and I think Kotze's is as well. They're getting deep into the games. It's been working. We'll see, right? Proceed with caution. What would happen to Miller bobblehead night if that? Hey, least of my worries, D71. Bamboo, yeah, Devers trade was interesting. Will be interesting how the A's deal with that park as hitters start to bomb as to die at the warning track. Bill, sign Wilson for 6 years, $90 million. Yeah, 1,000%, Bill. I think that's a smart move, no question. 1,000%. 1,000%. As bad as it's been lately, not totally out of the wild card race. Nope. And let me tell you why, guys. All right, right now, here's the wild card race. So, to your point, Master Ball, of course, the whole division is on a winning streak right now. We actually got help. Seattle beating Cleveland helped us, right? That actually helped us. Houston sweeping the White Sox, who cares, right? The Twins, who did they lose to? Who they play today? Orioles beating the Angels helped us, obviously, right? Phillies beating the Blue Jays helped us. Mets getting rolled by the Rays didn't. Astros beating the Twins didn't. Astros beat the Twins, not the White Sox. Rangers beating the White Sox didn't help. But again, guys, what we want, we're 13 back in the West. The West is going to be tough to get, right? What we need to do, like you said, Levi, keep stacking wins. We're 8.5 back of the wild card right now. We're 8.5 back, okay? Here's who's ahead of us. Now, keep this in perspective as well, right? This is how crazy it is. We're 5.5 games back of the Royals. What were we to start? 8.5, right? Now we're 5.5. We're 8.5 games back. When we started this run with the Royals, the sweep, we were 11 back of the wild card. We're right there, guys. Here's who's ahead of us. The Orioles, Angels. Here's the following teams. Check this out. The following teams are within 3 games of the wild card. The Twins, Red Sox, Rangers, Guardians, Royals, Angels, all within 3 games of the wild card. We are right there, man. We are right there. We take 3 of 4. We just take care of business against Houston. We're going to get even closer. Let's get to 7, right? You know who's coming in after Houston? Cleveland. Cleveland is ahead of us in the wild card. They're 1 game back. All right? So we are right there. We've already had that tough schedule of playing the tough National League. We got to get through this stretch at home, man. We have to start stacking up some wins at home. We got 4 against the Astros, 3 against Cleveland, and then check out this absolute nightmarish streak on the road. 3 in Detroit, 3 in New York, 3 in Tampa. Bill, thoughts on Tommy White? He's gotten a lot better. A lot better. He's cutting down his strikeouts. He's hitting over 300. You know what he's not doing well, though, Bill? His defense is awful. He has, I think, 8 errors in 35 games. Something really, really bad. But compared to the player he was last year, he's way better. Let me give you his numbers right now. I was actually looking at Tommy White earlier with Lansing. Tommy White and to 37 games, 142 at-bats, 44 hits, 13 doubles, 7 homers, 17 RBIs. He's only struck out 16 times. It's a big deal compared to what he was doing last year. He's hitting 310, OPS of 940. Defense is awful. Defense is absolutely awful. I want to say he has 8 errors at third in 37 games, something like that. Really bad defensively. That definitely needs to get better. But as far as at the plate, phenomenal. He's going to continue to grow. I mean, Tommy White's only 22 years old. So you got time, but I still think he's 2 years away. My A's, splitting with Houston is key. Sweeping them gets us back in the division race. You never know, right? The division, we're going to get to the wild card before we get to the division. 13 back of the division, 8.5 back in the wild card. That's a big difference. The big thing right now is just getting to the playoffs, no matter how we get it. No matter how we get there. There's still a load of teams in the American League that still have that National League stretch, which is just a nightmare. Reminds you of Ron Say. Okay, I like that. The Penguin. I like that. Second half surges are no stranger to the A's. No question. Hey, I mean, it's not quite like 2012. We had a worse record now than we did in 2012, but we were struggling in 12. The season, I'm gonna say it now. The season right now is gonna come to this series in Houston. Not in Houston, at home against the Astros. Because it's time we start playing at home, right? It's time we start playing at home and being good teams at home. Or it's just going to be more of the same, guys. It's just going to be, hey, we win some, we're going to lose some. It's going to be streak after streak. We got to put something together. No one's running away with it, Bamboo. Absolutely not. I look forward to Yankee Stadium. Would love to see if you guys, you going to go to the game D71? I've been to old Yankee Stadium. 2 games at old Yankee Stadium, and I've been to 2 games at Shea. And it was actually the season the Mets and Yankees met in the World Series. You know what's crazy though? Everyone talks about like the heat of Sacramento. Let me tell you something. I'd rather have 100 degrees in Sacramento than 90 anywhere on the East Coast with that damn humidity. I don't know. That's me. That humidity drives me absolutely up the wall. Yeah, that's what you know. Who else is tearing it up right now, guys? And the A's are going to have to make a decision. Is Brett Harris. Brett Harris, 4 for 5 today. I think 2 bombs or 1 bomb. Here's Brett Harris's numbers. 20 games, 74 at-bats, 21 runs, 27 hits, 5 bombs, 17 RBIs, 365, 1079. He is the best player that in the A's organization that has not been called up yet. And a lot of that has to do with injuries. But you know what, though? You never know. You know who else is tearing it up? Your buddy, Gio Urshela right now. 4 games, 14 at-bats, 7 hits. He has a homer, 5 RBIs, 2 doubles. He's hitting 500 with an OPS of 1420. I mean, so Johnny Pereda is tearing it up. 41 at-bats, 16 hits. He's hitting 390, OPS of 1018. So, yeah, he did, Bamboo. Brett Harris had a few cups of coffee last year. Just couldn't get the bat going. This is tinfoil, but is Miller trying to slump into a starter role and just is finished with being the closer? No, I don't think so. My A's bias. I mean, you got to remember, this isn't anything new for Miller. The same thing happened to him last year. Anytime he was brought into a game in a situation where it wasn't a safe situation or it wasn't a high leverage situation and he was just getting quote unquote work in, he got hit. He got hit last year as well. It's nothing different. This is nothing different. We just haven't used them properly, man. We missed a few opportunities early in the year. The series that pops out in my head is the Seattle series, game 2, I want to say. It was game 2. Game 2. He had a true desire to be a starter, though. Correct. Yeah. I believe he did. You never know. You never know. I mean, the kid's still young. I mean, how old is Miller, man? The bottom line with Mason Miller, though, no matter how you twist it, starter, reliever, long, I don't care how it is. He needs to pitch more. He just needs to pitch more. He's 26 years old, so I wouldn't say he's super young, right? He's right in that prime. If I was coaching Miller, I would teach him a changeup. Yeah. He has some nice, filthy off-speed stuff, but yeah, he needs to be used more. Brady Passo had a little bit of a disappointing outing today. JT Ginn has had a disappointing outing earlier on Friday, I want to say. Would you start Gio over Muncy? Oh. No, I would not. But it's one of those things. Yeah, me too. Muncy. It's one of those things, though, which stink. It's like when you're paying somebody, you almost like have to pay him. You have to play him. And it's not making the A's choice any easier right now with the guy tearing it up in AAA. I'm hoping him tearing it up in AAA is maybe makes him attractive as far as a trade. A veteran third baseman. He is a good glove. But yeah, I would start Muncy. I mean, first of all, I would start Brett Harris over both of them. Okay. Brett Harris is the future third baseman of this organization. I've been talking about Brett Harris since I started doing this. He's better than Muncy by this much, and he's better than Urshela by that much. He's our best defensive infielder. He's our second best defensive player behind Denzel Clark, and he's one of the top defensive third basemen in all of baseball. He's that good. He's that good defensively. If we get swept by the Astros and can't trade Miller, using him as starter, why not? Yeah, 100%. Don't talk about us getting swept by the Astros. I don't think I'd be able to take it, man. I mean, geez, come on, guys. I mean, it's too early. Let's enjoy this one. I'm thinking about just already have Sutter Health pictured in my mind right now. We'll see what happens, guys. McCullers, let me give you the rundown of who's starting this series. Spence McCullers tomorrow. Sears and Gusto on Tuesday. Severino Valdez on Wednesday. Day game, all of night games. Sorry. Lopez and Gordon on Thursday. On Friday against Cleveland, Springs and Bybee. Spence and Ortiz. Sears and Caccione. So, great. And we have to face Skubal in Detroit. It looks like he's scheduled. Well, wonderful. That's awesome. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks for tuning in. What a great win. I'll be back tomorrow night for postgame. Then after tomorrow night, I will not be back for postgame for another week from Tuesday. Doing a little going out of town for a few days. But anyway, take care, Bamboo. I'll see you guys later. Bill, my A's, Master Ball, my A's Bias, D71. Always a pleasure, fellas. Take care. See you guys later. And you too, Johnny Dove. Later, dog. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen today. Respect. Now, let's talk about your second listen. You want baseball coverage that doesn't sleep? Boom. Locked On MLB Game Night is your new obsession. Every game, every night, all season long. It's like MLB Red Zone, but with actual opinions and local insight that hits harder than a Rooker bomb to left. You're getting the real voices from every city, breaking down the drama, the dingers, and the dugout beef. Coast to coast chaos, served fresh daily. So when the A's wrap up, keep riding the Locked On wave and hit up Locked On MLB Game Night on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. Trust me, it's the show that slides hard into home every single night.